And it's gotta be Cinnamon Toast Project. That's the only thing that's soothing my soul. Turn on the TV to Power Rangers, yeah. Now it's morphin' time, I'm ready to go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this, of course, is Rashad here with the Color Commentary crew, where we give you views from a different side. It's no big intro today, no big surprises, no big wigs today. It's just me and you, Danny and you, and Chuck and you. It's a threesome against you. Wait a second. Take, we can't. It's live. Okay, sorry. Just edit that from your mind. What's going to be happening today is that the Color Commentary crew is going to be addressing a couple things. Number one, we're going to be talking about the Captain Marvel movie. The geeks have been going crazy about this movie, not necessarily in a bad way. And so we want to take some time to talk about that. In addition to that, though, we're also going to talk about what the heck is going on with DC. We already did a video called, what the heck is going on with Fox? So now we're going to do that with DC. Actually, we didn't say heck. I think we said hell. Chuck said that. He used bad language. A bad wordy dirty. I didn't use that. And the third one, we're going to do our usual stuff and talk about trailers. The Dark Phoenix trailer and the Hellboy trailer. So let's go ahead and start talking about Captain Marvel. I got on my Marvel shirt here. No, this is the only Marvel shirt that I have that has Captain Marvel on it. And because my stomach is too big for me to look down and see where she is, I put a piece of tape here to point out where she is. There she is, Captain Marvel, wearing her bikini. The old, she's not rocking the full thing. She's rocking that bikini like she used to do, back in the day. She used to be a thought. Captain Marvel changed up a little bit. But the geeks are going crazy, Chuck. The geeks are going crazy. Danny, man, it's so much. Oh, I'm not going to go see this movie. Brie Larson, she's sexist. She's not smiling in the movie. It's just all kinds of nonsense, man. It's really been working my nerves for a little while, man. So I figured we would take some time in order to talk about this, man. I know you guys are excited about the movie. So if you want to talk about how excited that you are, that's cool too. But maybe let's take some time to address kind of some of the unfair sexism that this movie has faced. Danny, what you think, man?
Yeah, I am excited about it. I have seen some of that geek backlash, but as you can see here, I got my the mighty Captain Marvel #3.
There you go.
I keep up with Captain Marvel. Well, I actually got into Miss Marvel when it was Kamala Khan, who was helming the Marvel mantle, and it's a pretty good, it's a neat story. I'm excited about the film because, of course, since Infinity War, everybody's dusted and they called her in. And, I think they did a really good job marketing that and, at least generating some excitement for her character when it comes to, film and the continuation of this Marvel Cinematic Universe. So I'm excited about it. I understand why some people might be hesitant, comic book fans and stuff like that. We don't know. I mean, she's never been in the films and stuff like that. So I understand why some people might be hesitant when it comes to that. And, but I think the trailers have been really good. The imagery have been really good. The, the press tour has been really good. I don't think, I don't see why anybody would really have a negative thing to say about it. You see Captain Marvel here. In this book that I'm reading, she doesn't have the little skimpy, whatever it is. She's wearing the full body suit, with the hair out. This is kind of closer to what she's, it's not exact, but it's kind of close to what she is wearing in the comics. You see there's the Guardians of the Galaxy there too. So yeah, a lot of it is just, I really am starting to think that it's like Russian bots and trolls and stuff, people who don't exist, because I don't actually know. I probably know one person who said, that they're not interested in Captain Marvel because of, the feminism stuff and her not smiling. I only know one person who's like that out of the hundreds of people that I know. And but for the most part, I think I've done a pretty good job. I think I've done a pretty good job of curating my social media to see the stuff that I want to see.
Mhm.
And that
I was
stuff.
about to say, I was like, you in that nice little bubble, that little that Danny Quick bubble he done made. I'm like, I see this everywhere. Well, okay.
Yeah, I've actually I worked really hard to like I block people if like people get I don't use social media for anything other than entertainment. So if it doesn't entertain me, if it doesn't make me feel, positive, I do use it to learn, when it comes to politics and stuff like that. But if people are just being stupid, I don't mind blocking and muting people and unfriending people. So that kind of stuff doesn't usually get to me. So in real life, I don't know anybody who, besides one person that I happen to work with, who feels like that. But
he's still gonna go watch that movie.
And he's still gonna go watch it. No matter.
You gotta watch it.
You don't really have a choice, really.
No choice. 20 films invested.
Exactly.
Sorry.
You got it.
You went watch the Ant-Man, you gonna go watch this one.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to go see Ant-Man and you don't go see Captain Marvel, then you probably are a sexist or a misogynist. So
ain't nobody gonna be sitting home on the night it comes out. All the friends at the movies, they sitting at home watching Game of Thrones again. No,
yeah, exactly.
They're gonna be out at the movie.
And this person that I work with, he doesn't like, this new Star Trek that I watched, Discovery. He doesn't like that show, and he didn't really like Black Panther. And he thinks our current president is better than our former president.
Oh, so I was about to say that.
It's one of those type of things. So I'll just chalk it up to that.
We get your drift.
Yeah. So, but that's it for me, man. I think I'm excited, man. I'm excited about Captain Marvel. I really am intrigued by the cat, though. The cat, I feel like if the cat doesn't play a big part in the story, I'm actually going to be disappointed because this cat has been in the posters, in the trailers, during the press tour. People have asked about him and everything. So I want to see this cat better either have a good funny moment or is shockingly like a scroll or something like that.
That would be crazy. That would be crazy.
All right. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and jump in because Chuck says that I am like the what did you call me? The captain, her knight in shining armor.
Yeah. Or at least on Facebook groups you are.
I feel like you were gonna call me Captain something else, but I'll just everybody doesn't get that reference. But yeah, man, I'm excited about seeing the movie. I would say that I'm not the most excited about seeing Captain Marvel based on the trailers. But after a certain point, I'm like, okay, I'm not watching any more trailers anymore because I don't want to know. I want to know as little as possible. But the 2 trailers that I did watch, I thought they could have been better. But you know what? I felt the same way about Winter Soldier. I didn't really want to see Winter Soldier. I was not a Captain America fan at all when Winter Soldier first came out. So I wasn't excited to see it. And the trailers didn't make me excited. The only thing you see is, him throwing the shield and Bucky's like, I caught your shield. I'm going to throw it back at you. Like, okay, so what? But it ended up being a great movie and I didn't hate it going in. So, but with this movie, outside of my feelings about it, I just have seen so much. Like, it's so much as far as complaints about, so many people are talking about, oh, I'm not going to see this movie. And then the whole thing about, what's the name of that thing? Rotten Tomatoes actually having to shut down part of their site because so many people were trolling it, talking about they're not going to see this movie. When in actuality, like, it would, if it were definitely going to be a bad movie, like, okay, we could understand that, but there's no way this is going to be a bad movie. It just really seems out of character for what's happening. It begins to make you think, I see what's happening here, because here's the thing. People are going to go see this movie because it's tied to Endgame. I mean, it doesn't matter what I think about the movie. It doesn't matter what I think about Brie Larson. I'm going to go see this movie because it's tied. It's the movie that comes out before Endgame. I know Captain Marvel is going to play a very important role in it, and I'm not going to be sitting here in the theater for 3 hours not knowing who the heck this character is.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna go see this movie, and I know there's a ton of people who like it, but it's just so many things. Like we've talked about this before. Like people complaining about her not smiling. That's like the stupidest movie complaint I've ever seen. Like she's not smiling. When did Captain America smile? He's freaking Captain America. I mean, if any of the Marvel heroes can smile, it should be Captain America with his crest white teeth. Well, he ain't smiling. You know, he's throwing frisbees at people. So why are we so concerned about Captain Marvel smiling? It's just dumb. And there just seems to be it seems to be a lot of geeks out there that just can't really get with having a female superhero. Like all of a sudden it's SJW. Like women just got invented like 6 months ago. Right. Pretty sure that they've been there since the beginning.
Women came out. Women came out when Endgame came out. They were just invented back then, I guess, you know.
Exactly. When all the men got dusted, the women came out.
There's another whole species of people around here.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And I don't think we need to undo the Thanos snap if that's how it's gonna work.
No, we need Black Panther back, bro. And Spider-Man. We need that back. We know Spider-Man comes back.
You want me to trade Spider-Man for women? Mm-mm.
No, sorry.
Sorry, I know you don't want to go. I know you don't feel very good right now, but yeah, there's a lot of sexism in geek culture. Like I want to point this out. Like somebody posted in one of the groups this picture of multiple Avengers, and even had like Deadpool in there for some reason, and they had different captions about each one. Like it said Captain America was the most honest Avenger. It said Vision was the most useless Avenger. Get that? I mean, I guess I'd be useless too if I was stabbed through the heart like twice. But then somebody else, not in that same picture, but somebody else responded, and they had Black Widow up there, and they called Black Widow the unmarried Avenger.
What?
Really? The unmarried Avenger? Really?
Tony's married. Thor's married. Captain's married. I think any of them are married besides.
I don't think any of them are married. Hawkeye is the only one that's married, but she wants to point out her as being the unmarried Avenger. Come on, bro. Like that's sexism, dog. Like, what is the problem? Why can't
our society does this thing? Our society does this thing where we attach women's worth to their marital status and their sexuality. So yeah, that's not an uncommon thing. I will say that I do observe that. You know, us males, if a woman isn't beautiful or if she isn't married to somebody important, then she's not important a lot of times. So yeah, that's wrong. That's sexist. That's exactly what that is.
Yeah. Exactly. So, and that type of stuff, you know what? It makes me embarrassed as a man, you know, to see that type of stuff happening. So look, geeks and other people, stop it. Go watch the movie and then go sit down and shut your mouth. We don't need to hear about your complaints about this movie just because it's a woman at the front or the whole thing. Last thing I'm gonna say, get out of here. She said something about the fact that she doesn't want to see doesn't want to hear a white man's opinion on what was that, Hidden Figures or something like that. I think she was talking about. I'm not sure what the movie was, and people went crazy over that because that's what they want to do. What she was trying to say is that almost all of the critics out there are white men. And so you don't have the opportunity to really hear a person's point of view. I have noticed, as several of my Negro compatriots have noticed, there are times when there just seems to be differences in how Black culture thinks about things versus white culture. And that's fine and that's okay. I see that all the time when it comes to comedies. Like there's so many Kevin Hart comedies or Tiffany Haddish comedies that'll come out and you'll see the majority culture be like, it wasn't all that funny to me. But it's like, or Medea. Now Medea is not funny to all Black people either. But there's so many things like that where it's like Black people, we love it, but white people don't. But if all the critics are white, then the movie doesn't really get fairly represented by people who might like it. Another perfect example is Saturday Night Live. Everything that's been happening since 45 has been in office with Saturday Night Live has been hilarious. But before that, Saturday Night Live, I'd rather just spend my Saturday night doing something else because it's not funny. But there's Black shows like In Living Color. Of course, I'm showing my age here, but In Living Color was like a fantastic show, and it got canceled. And Saturday Night Live, which is not funny for years, is still going. It's just a difference in opinion when it comes to comedy. It has to do with our culture. So that's what she wants to see. She wants to see other people and their ideas when it comes to things, and not just white male culture all the time. That's all it is, guys. Get a break. Come off yourself. Anyway, I've said all I need to say. I'm done being the captain for right now. Let's go ahead and turn it over to Chuck Taylor.
Oh, I get to go now? Oh, I was wondering. Oh, get a little tired.
Anyway, what the heck is happening with DC now?
But yeah, I guess first let me just say I am excited about the movie. The reason why is because I need a Marvel movie. It's time. You know, my fix. I need my fix of Marvel. I don't have any good shows. I ain't had a movie in a while. I need some Marvel. I need to see some in-game clips or something because I'm going crazy over here. So I'm definitely ready to see a Marvel movie, and I want to see if I like Brie Larson's Captain Marvel. I mean, I don't know a lot about the character. I'm gonna just tell you, I'm not sexist about it. I just clearly want to see if I'm gonna like the movie or not. Same way I walked into Doctor Strange. I don't know who the heck Doctor Strange is. Is this gonna be any good or not? And I found out, hey, I like Doctor Strange. This is pretty good. You know, Ant-Man the same thing. I didn't know about Ant-Man.
Yeah, Ant-Man especially.
So it's a lot of Marvel movies that you don't really know. Guardians of the Galaxy. Who knew about them?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, what is this? What is a raccoon and a tree talking?
Big time on Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Like I didn't think that was gonna work at all, and this is one of my favorites. You know, same thing with Ant-Man. I didn't think Paul Rudd was gonna. I never thought Paul Rudd was funny until I saw Ant-Man, and now I so yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of like a wait and see approach here. It's like I've seen, I just trust Marvel. What's it? 21 movies? What movies? Is it? All right, 21 movies. They probably batted about a 93, you know, or 92. You know, they're right there. They had a couple of movies that were not bad, but they weren't great. You know, but they're just okay movies. But I think they batted pretty well. So you know, I'm definitely gonna go in and just see if I like it. You know. If it's not a good movie, I will come right on the show and say, they're going to do something with this because this was not good. But if it's a great movie, I'm going to be out here. Hey, man, it's one of the best movies I've ever seen of Marvel. You know, this new character, she's like Goku in the Marvel Universe. Yeah. At least that trailer made her look like that. So I'm excited. When I saw that trailer, I saw her charge up. I was like, oh, my gosh. Okay. We got Super Saiyans going on in Marvel now. So, yeah, I'm excited to go check it out. Yeah, and then I now actually realize like this is the first lead female movie that Marvel has put out. It's like, and they put out a lot more than DC. So DC put out like 4 movies, and they brought out Wonder Woman. Like Marvel brought out like 20 movies. Like, literally 20 movies.
Movies had sequels. The movies had whole trilogies before they.
Yes.
Multiple trilogies, right?
It's like I really think it's like Marvel really brought out 20 movies and had one female lead. Didn't matter what color they were, not one. So
that's funny. That sounds like something you would say when you exaggerate. I know it's exactly true. It's literally exactly 20 movies.
20 movies is the first one. It's like saying like with the Black Panthers, like 20 movies. We were always like, yeah, we finally got a black character that's the lead. It's awesome. And we're all, so I see why everybody's excited, and people can say, oh, it's whatever, it's women, feminists, so like they need to have some movie, man. I mean, good gracious, we got wizards with more movies than them. I mean, come on, it's like we got trees and raccoons got more lead roles than the women. I'm like, come on, y'all can get one woman in there. I mean, at least she's cool. She can fly. She's super strong. She has powers out of arms. I mean. I guess to kind of go with the sexism type of thing, I had definitely noticed that. It's so funny, like when I scroll down Facebook and you see anything related to Captain Marvel, you always see somebody laughing at it. Like, you ever notice that? Like, you always see like a lot of hearts and you see some thumbs and you just see a bunch of laughing. So it's like I never see that on any of the other movies. Right. Like, there was like a lot of people like, oh my gosh, like ready to see it type of thing, or hearts and thumbs up. But this one just gets all like little smiley faces on there because people are like laughing. I guess they're not gonna go watch it, but it's their loss. Will everybody else be in the theater actually know what's going on, and they'll be, I guess they must have watched on their computer. They're going to support the film some way. So I don't think they're going to go in the end game not watching this movie. But just kind of going into back in with the sexism thing, I don't really understand why they're so mad about her comments. Well, I do. I do understand it. I don't know if I really want to say it, but I do. We all kind of understand it. If some people get their feelings hurt and they want to make a big deal about it, but we all the rest of the people can get basically everything thrown at them all the time, and they can't say nothing about it. Or we're softies or something like that. So I understand somebody was telling you that they don't need that particular demographic to represent everybody anymore, and people got their no feelings hurt. So I mean, kind of get over it. Get over it, guys. You got tons of movies to watch. You really don't want to support it, stay home, go watch Alita or something else. And
not Alita. Not Alita.
That's what is that?
Not Alita. They probably feel the same way about Alita.
I was like, Alita Battle Angel is way more honorable than Captain Marvel. I'm like, you ain't even seen the movie yet, bro. Like, she's a robot just killing people, right? Really? I'm like, so y'all just some haters for real. Just don't make no sense. It's like, good gosh. I'm like,
you made a good point right there. Like, people, they can't even take anything. Like, we are out here literally getting shot on a regular basis just for our brake lights being out. You know what I mean? Y'all can't take one comment. One comment she says, because she wants everybody to be included. And that's not, no, I don't understand why that's a bad thing. Other people should be able to see them represented on screen as well. And Disney wants to do that too. They know that other races have money.
Yes,
they want that money too.
They want the Asian money, the Hispanic money, the
this
black
is a global industry, bro.
I guarantee you, if we discover aliens, they're going to get that alien money too.
They want that paper. And they know with Captain Marvel, they can start a whole new woman superhero league that they can just promote the heck out of. They already got the cartoon about to come out. I just saw earlier today with the female teams coming out. And a lot of girls, there are probably more girls than boys in America. So they need something to go see. And they have money too. The mothers want to take their girls to see somebody portrayed and not in a thong. No offense, I love Wonder Woman, but Wonder Woman, she ain't got no clothes on. I can't be telling my daughter to go dress up like Wonder Woman and go out there, bro. You better put some leggings on and a jacket around it.
Right.
I can't have you out there showing your booty.
Wonder Woman costume.
Not with all these R. Kelly's running around. Too many R. Kelly's running around and be dressed up like Wonder Woman.
I know. And also, one thing is, we know Marvel does it different with their women. They don't over-sexualize their women in the movies. Like, Scarlet Witch is probably the most, but that's just, she just has tight clothes on. And I think the way she acts is a little more sexual. Like, Scarlet Witch, she just wears a whole legging suit, a whole leather suit, with a jacket. She doesn't, they don't portray her like some sexual object that, it's just in the movie to make it look good. Like in the past, a lot of times they would do that with women. So, I think everybody's kind of overblowing, kind of going a little overboard with the comments. Hopefully everything will die down once the movie. Please, Lord, let this movie be good. Because if it sucks, I ain't going to hold nothing back.
Right.
But that's only the quality of the movie. I'm not gonna tell them that Pikachu was a girl movie or suck. But if they don't do a good job, Marvel will hear it. But y'all need to stop trolling it before it even comes out. That's just stupid.
We got a comment from one of our fans here, Chuck. Tori Newton, who's watching. What's up, Tori? Let's see here. He says, I'm all for inclusion, but you can't do it at the expense of your fan base, which are men, particularly white men. She just needs to tone the feminist speech just a bit to satisfy the crybabies. Your thoughts on that?
I think so. Well, I just think that one of us I think we all need to understand that a lot of money is made from all demographics. And we just assume that white men are the only people that go watch the movie, but I don't think that's true. I think it's a large population. And I think they're trying to reach a larger group of a global, a global group of people, like different gender, genders and families, men, women, all types of people. So I don't think they're just going for that same demographic anymore because they already got that demographic. Their demographic is 20 movies in, Tori. They're not going nowhere. Especially the Endgame coming in. So they can really say whatever they want to say. They're at least going to come see Endgame because they don't know what happened after the snap. So, and it's when we've been too invested in watching these movies all our lives. Like, they've been waiting all your life for this to come to the screen. Those comic books y'all been reading all your life. So now they're on the screen, you can go watch them.
Right.
And I just think Marvel's too big right now to kind of fail. I don't think their marketing is going to be dumb and just go overboard with everything. And really, how much has she said? Because I hear a lot of time what people assume she said, but nobody really gives me what she said and what she's saying. Like, she said one comment out of like 50 interviews, and they just want to take that one snippet of what the comment was and then blow it up. I think that's people just being butthurt. She's not saying anything. She said one thing. That she hopes that there's more people out here to review the movie to give their opinion. Okay.
I want to say this.
No, we can't have it.
I'm looking at I'm on the MPAA website, and I don't know if you can see it, but this is male viewership for movies in general. This isn't like Marvel specific, but this is male viewership, and this is female viewership. And you see the charts are about the same in every age demographic. These are ages. This is 18 to 24. Right. And on and up and up and up and up and up. And you see that it's just about the same. So women go to the movies just as much as men. So you can't say that, the fan base is men. Men go to the movies women go to the movies just as much as men. So yes, the fans of Marvel movies probably have been men because they are the ones that have been mostly represented, especially white men. So if you got Captain America, Iron Man,
Thor,
Ant-Man, Thor,
Doctor Strange,
the Guardians of the Galaxy, they're all white men. Of course, the white men are going to want to go see it more. But then when we had Black Panther, the black people really came out for that movie. Like, it really bumped up the demographics right there. Right. So I'm guessing they're hoping the same thing will happen with this.
That's cool.
Right. Makes sense to me. Is there anything else that needs to be said?
I think I'm good.
Can't
wait to see it this week, though.
What you saying?
I said I can't wait to see it this week. Samuel Jackson, I'm sorry, is going to kill this role. He's going to be awesome.
Yes.
I can't wait to see Phil Coulson. That's my thing. I'm a big agent.
With hair.
Yeah. Coulson with hair.
All right, guys. Well, if you like what we did here, or if you didn't like it, if you want to say whatever you want to say, leave your comment here on Facebook or also on YouTube as well. And blah, blah, blah. Let me see here. I'm sorry. I'm looking at Tori's comment here. Not you, Tori, but the other Tori. He said, when I mentioned fan base, I was referencing the comics. Got it. Okay. But I think we addressed that. So I think we need to add anything. So yeah.
I don't care about comics.
Give us a like. Leave a comment. And of course, as usual, you got to subscribe to somebody. Once again, Color Commentary will give you views from a different side. Peace.
And it's gotta be